What I do today is driven by two ancient Indian Sanskrit philosophies. The first is Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, which means entire earth is one single family. Me, you, plants, animals, insects, trees, mice are connected by one single life force. It's the same life force which is inside me is the one which is making a tree grow. We are connected with it. We are dependent on each other. None of these 8.4 million species on our planet can exist in isolation. And we can only flourish when we start coexisting. This is what drives me to make these natural biodiverse systems which are so full of life, that we have plants, we have insects, we have trees, birds, which are nothing but forests. Forest is simply one small area which is so dense with greenery that you can just not walk into it. And why it is so important to make forests? You know, today we are making 114 cars per minute, and in the very same minute, we are losing 36 football fields of forest. Now, this cannot go on forever. It's important to make cars and new products and new innovations, but it's also important to keep the balance between industry and the ecology. I'm an industrial engineer. Goal in my life has always been to make more and more products in less amount of time. So today, we are making 100-year-old forest in just 10 years. And this is what I have made in 3 years. I happened to meet a scientist who himself has planted 4 crore trees in his lifetime, which is like 40 million trees in his lifetime. And I was so moved by his methodology, which makes forests grow this fast, that I stopped working in automobile manufacturing. I learned the methodology as a volunteer with him and started making my own forest. So I started with the backyard of my house, and this is a 9-month-old forest. Once we made it, we could see that number of bird species which we were spotting in that area increased from 7 to 17 in just 9 months. Also, we saw that the temperature difference during the noon time is 5 degrees less in this area. Now, having successfully done it, I wanted to take it a little more further, so I started approaching institutes and NGOs which are working in field of environment. But to my surprise, they were not interested in actually doing the afforestation. So I started approaching landscaping companies, and landscapers were making lawns. To make a lawn, you have to remove all the trees, vegetation, herbs, shrubs, whatever exists on the lawn, just kill everything. Import the grass from a faraway continent, we plant the grass, we have to put liters and liters of water to make this grass grow. And the moment it grows, we just bring a mower, burn some fossil fuel and cut this grass away. No growth of native vegetation, they cannot grow. We have to add tons of chemicals to it. And finally, we have to put a big board for the people for whom this was supposed to be enjoyed, that please don't come here and don't enjoy it. So let's stop making lawns now. Rather than making lawns, if we just leave the land the way it is, automatically a forest will grow on that. Let's convert these lawns into forests. This is a 10 years of Miyawaki forest growing on a place which was covered by exotic grass before. So these forests are so dense with greenery, you have 30 times more green surface area compared to a lawn. Means 30 times more oxygen, 30 times more CO2 absorption, 30 times less pollution, 30 times better groundwater retention, 30 times better soil protection. So we have this system, nature already has it, and nature develops it. We are just a facilitator. The moment we start the process of making a forest like this, within 10 years we can have a self-sustaining system which will exist and flourish for next 9,000 years until the next ice age comes. We plant trees very densely, and we choose around 50 to 100 different species, mix them together, and create this biodiverse forest, because there can't be a forest without diversity. But also there is a lot of hard work behind it. We have to survey the soil, find out what all nutrition it lacks. So we do it in a lab. Survey the local forest to find out the native species, grow the saplings, do a lot of earthworks by adding biomass to it. But this is the part which I love the most. We get people to plant our saplings. We don't plant any sapling by our own. And we get people from 2 years old to 92 years old, all age group. They come and they just love planting trees. It's something like they already knew how to do it, because we don't teach them anything. They just come, and it's like as if they know already. So we have that thing within us. You just have to start. And with people like these, we can create the cities of future, where plucking a fruit directly from the tree will be easier than going to supermarket and buying a fruit juice. Because if we can move the mountains to extract some iron ore out of it, a mountain full of forest now is just gone. If we can do that within 1 year, we can obviously create these forests in our backyards, in our houses, around our buildings, everywhere. It just is all it needs is some wastewater from our houses, a little space in our homes and in our hearts. Again, it may seem difficult and rather really ambitious because we have done so much wrong to the environment. But this is the second philosophy which drives it, which is called Aham Brahmasmi. It means that we are a part of the Creator. Each one of us has the power of creation within themselves, and we can create whatever we imagine. So when you go home, plant few saplings with your family, with your kids, with your parents, and make it grow into a forest. And you'll realize that every living organism has the power of creating a better future within themselves. Thank you very much. Thanks.